quasar is a massive, extremely low celestial object that emits large amounts of energy, suggesting that they contain supermassive black holes and they could possibly live there. These hot dogs are so interesting. Look at the way they slide it in there. I drink bull milk for breakfast. Keep... Son, bulls don't make milk. Cows do, that's nuts.
I like your pants around your feet.
What? Son, you're not getting no play with this video now.
Welcome, anybody and everybody. No Haters, episode 7. Special night. We're doing this on a Friday night tonight. Not that anybody out in YouTube land will know this, because, you know, you're going to watch it whenever, but it is what it is. So, another awesome episode. Sorry, I'm trying to read things and do things at once. And there's Mr. Fame. What's going on, brother? Whoop. So, lots of new stuff going on. Lots of awesome stuff going on. Everybody's got new projects. I know y'all have heard about new Six Side project coming out. He's been talking about that off and on for a while now. And so that's new music video. Maybe his first one. Dropping August 1st. Very cool. Lots of good stuff. He's always got new projects. He's talking about another one. And yeah, we're all, and I know Fame, you've always got stuff going on, and we're going to do this. We're going to get Mr. Dom in here. Did that work? I do not know. And I can't put my fingers in front of anything because of the cameras. There we go. So touchy, touch screens. Gotta love it though. Plus your official Dom. What's going on, brother?
What up?
You're on your side, man. What the hell?
How you doing, man?
Cool. Beautiful, man. Fucking Friday night. Oh, there's the other half of the dynamic duo.
Oh, Dedemy himself?
Yeah.
What up?
There are all kinds of people in the house. It's fucking awesome. Nikki, what's going on? So, and I have to say this, and there you go. I just got to say this, and it's Bradful will tell you the same thing, dude. You look just like one of my best friends. We've been friends like forever.
He's a pretty dude.
Yeah.
Pretty good looking dude.
Yeah. So anyway, how are you doing?
Good, man. Good. Hanging out. So, tended to the plants today or whatever. Went shopping. Came back. Just hanging out, waiting for this. How about you?
About the same. Well, I worked this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, you know, making money is always good. It's going on to do. So we're, I don't know I don't know. We've talked a little bit off and on. I don't know what you've heard, but I'm traffic control. I'm a flagger. So
Nice. Oh, yeah.
as well, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. Today we were in one of those places that I would rather have not been. You know, U.S. highways usually suck, especially in and around hubs. And it didn't matter. It helped it. We were in Woodstock, Vermont. They've been doing a whole lot of stuff there, repaving all the way through. And today they had things all screwed up going all the way through. And then we had another work zone on the outside. So we were pissing people off left and right today.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
You know, so it is what it is. But wow, look at that. We got all kinds of people in the house today, and they all came to see you.
What up?
I
Nice, dude.
Got my Fago. We've got like 6 flavors up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But,
So sponsorship, yeah.
we're waiting for the gathering. Once we can get out there, we've already decided we're coming back with a trunk full.
Oh yeah, get you some. Is it cheaper out there like that?
I don't know, but you just can't find it up here. It's not in Vermont. The only
Oh,
place,
I got you.
Big Lots and Aldi's. They're the only places.
Yeah. I got you. I'm just gonna stock up on it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, once a year going. Well, hopefully it'll be more often than once a year. But you know, it is what it is. What it is. So, get right into it, brother. Dreams, schemes, and nightmares.
Yes, sir. It's out. It dropped June 25th. We got singles. We got videos out for it. We got the whole project out. It's lit. Links in the bio. Y'all can check all that out. Me and Dad are hyped on it. We've been getting pretty positive feedback, so it's been cool.
Yeah,
real cool.
It's been awesome. You know, I've listened to it more than once. The videos. You know,
good looks. Good looks. Appreciate that.
Video in particular, it's triple threat in one shot.
Yeah. We did all 3 of them. That was so we couldn't decide which single we want, and Dad had the good idea to actually like make it a chronological piece where it just went from one thing to another. And I was like, yeah, it's a dope idea. So we just ran with it. And our buddy Payne ended up directing and like writing out the script for everything, and took the idea and just brought it to the next level. So that was real cool. And on top of that, it's just funny. You know, we're funny dudes, so we didn't want it to be like super serious. It's definitely like DIY. So it's cool to just do it and like, yeah, be funny as well.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not gonna lie. I've been resisting, and I still don't really want a TikTok. Very honestly, Bradful's got one, and the stuff that you posted from TikTok is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, TikTok's probably the most addicting app I've ever had on my phone. It's crazy. I'll sit there and I'll just start watching them, and then it's like, yeah, I'm just sucked into the TikTok wormhole.
Yeah, she does the same thing. She'll sit in there on TikTok for hours sometimes. So, yeah, not every once in a while. But then again, I do the same thing. I get on here, not necessarily on TikTok, but you know, I'm either on here on Instagram, or I get on my computer and I'm working on promos and shit. And then hours going, where'd time go, man?
I feel that. We're trying to do I don't know, be more active on TikTok as well as Instagram, like everything, YouTube. We started Radio Press Records, like me and Det's like record label that we record all of our stuff under. So we started like a YouTube channel, Instagram, and stuff for that. We're trying to post on that more regularly, try to get that more out there. And it's just all about consistency.
Cool. So I was going to ask you about that, Rick. So Radio Press is your thing.
Yeah, it's me and Detamines thing. We started it with this other dude, Ryan Killer, and like a couple other dudes. Probably, and I think it was 2013. And then we all kind of went our separate ways. Ryan's in Florida right now. Det was here in Norfolk for a couple years. I was living in Denver, so we just weren't doing it. When I got back to Norfolk, which is where I'm at now, I started linking up with Det again, and we just ran it. And then we were like, yeah, we'll just bring back Radio Press Records. Like, fuck it.
Nice. A lot of people have been doing that. It seems to be the easiest way to get your music, you know, taken care of, produced, and actually get it out there is just to start your own label. Yeah,
Facts. Just be independent through and through. And that way, yeah, like anything, I'm not saying like we're getting any money off of it right now, but everything we do get is just 50-50 split between me and Det, so don't have to cut anyone else in, which is lit.
Nice. Yeah, that does make it easier that way too, for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys comments coming right in. Scooping Sedusa. Oh, there's Mr. Six Side. What's going on? Wicked Clown in the house.
What up?
Yeah, he's another one. Yeah, you guys are all like that, you know. Marble's got problems with the internet. Yeah. All right, it's all good, brother. I'll definitely take care of that. I'm gonna put this on Instagram as soon as we're done. Anyway, it'll go up, so you can find it there. Hopefully within a few days I'll have the rest of them taken care of, and we'll have all of it on YouTube. But we'll
Y'all go peep that.
yeah. See, where was I going? I had something I was saying. I totally fucking forgot. Oh yeah, you're another like sick guy. I always bring this up because he comes in the house and that man is all over everything all the time. He's the most hustling motherfucker ever. You guys are right there with him though. Like, you're always on here, man.
Yeah, we try. Like I said, we're just I don't know, especially coming out of like the whole like COVID year, everyone being locked down, like everyone was on their phones. So the more consistently you can put something out, the more you have an audience right there. You don't have to leave your house, and not even with the music. Like I'm trying to do a lot of comedy stuff on here and like other things, just kind of branch out from the music, but to all bring it back to have people check out the music ultimately. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool to have like outlets on my my phone that no generation before us has ever had to really promote themselves like that.
No, they haven't. The internet and the way technology has gone has definitely made it easier. And COVID sucks and has the last year and a half, but there's been a lot of good music coming out of there because a lot of people have had nothing better to do with their time. But
Exactly. Everyone got bored.
It's good.
Hell yeah.
Does that. You've definitely taken advantage of that because, I was saying, you've been hustling, man. You've got, like, full-length advertisements for yourself.
All that's honestly, like, all the advertisements and stuff, like, I partake in them, but it was all Dett's ideas. Yeah, he's on tip with just marketing us in, like, funny DIY ways, and I'm just all for it. And like everyone you see in the videos, whether it's the music videos or the advertisements and stuff, it's all just the homies from work and shit, dudes we've known forever. We just asked them to come, you know what I'm saying, hang out with us for the day and like shoot these little weird fucking promo skits we made. And for the most part, they're down,
Yeah, no doubt. They are. They're funny, You got that comedy in there, and that's really cool because it definitely keeps people coming back, I mean, this shit's good, but you got to have the funny in there too. I try to do that myself, keep people coming back. Stupid little shit. And I keep saying this, like not really, but sometimes I kind of wish I had more time to devote to this. I don't want to say it too loud because I don't want the universe to take my job away because then, it kind of wouldn't go well because that's what's fueling all this right at the moment.
Yes, I understand that completely.
Yeah, aside from the fact that, well, the special night and all that. So just curiosity, do you usually work Saturday nights or is this like a special thing?
It's kind of like up in the air. The schedule's not really set in stone. I'll be cooking at this brewery. So it's just kind of, people be throwing me, I don't know, every week they'll point out a new schedule, and it just is what it is.
Yeah, I understand that. I've been there and done that. Food service is really fickle like that. You never know what the hell. It's really random.
Yeah, facts.
With mine, most people in my profession don't really want to work on the weekends.
Shout out my boy Dravis. That's an inside joke. Dravis will get it though. What up, Dravis? It's super fickle schedules. The old food industry.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, it is what it is, and so been there and done that.
Thanks.
Food service, and it's not a bad profession if you can get cooking in particular. If you can do it in the right place. Find the right people, you can make some serious money doing that.
Yeah, it's not a bad gig. What up, Alan? It's not bad at all. Ooh. Like you said, it helps me fund my music and all that. So that's really, the ultimate goal. Keep pushing that.
Yeah, pretty much. See, I'm hoping within the next, I don't know, however long, hopefully not too long, because I'm really getting too old to keep doing that fucking shit. I'm going to be able to start full time.
I'm just lazy, dude. I couldn't imagine, being a little bit older trying to do the construction, man. That's a lot. That sun will get you.
I've thought about, and I've been approached more than once by guys saying, hey, because a lot of the guys I work with are not, excuse me, wow. That was a little rough.
Get you
Not like power companies. Like we work with some of them too, but like the line guys doing cable and running new fiber and whatever. I've been approached more than once by them, and a lot of us have going, hey man, you want to come work with us? You make a whole lot more money. And I think about it for a minute and I go, I'm pushing 50, man. I'm not, I could do it all day, but I wouldn't like myself by the end of the day.
Facts.
I could learn that shit easy and I could really make a lot of money doing it, but I might kill myself in the process, and that's kind of the counterpart.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What up, everyone? What up? What up? Camp Day Game for Life. Let's go.
Man, we got a lot of people in here. I keep messing up there we go. Keep getting more comments and somebody waves and I hit the screen and wave back and it pops the text all the way back up over your face. And
yeah. I keep like pushing it down. Then when we kind of get quiet, I'll like shoot it up and just say, oh, what up, what up, what up? And then, come back to it.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages to going live. If shit gets quiet, we get a dull spot and like, oh, look, comments.
Yeah. Oh, what is it to me?
Yeah, exactly.
What up, PP?
So, you got any new projects you're working on?
Yeah. So me and Det, we got like probably like 6 tracks right now. Probably throw a couple skits in there, but with this one, we're thinking about like singling them out and like on different platforms, probably like YouTube or something. Try to branch out more, and then actually once we're close to putting out a couple of the singles on the project, just releasing the whole project as a whole everywhere. I don't know, just something we're gonna try, see if we can get a little bit more of a buzz with the singles instead of the whole album, and then lead it into the album instead of dropping the album with the singles and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. It's kind of a trial and error thing, I think. Everybody's going about it differently and finding their own way to do what they got to do.
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah, some just release singles.
Yeah.
I keep using him as an example. I hope I'm not going to wear it. I'll piss him off one of these days. But Six Side, fucking bangers, fire, one right after another, all singles.
Yeah, just singles.
Some are just worried about putting out an album, so they keep everything under wraps. Maybe put out a single or two and then drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an album. There's an album. There's an album. There's an album. All right. There's some.
We're just gonna kind of switch it up, and see which one we get the best results from, and then continue doing it that way. I don't know, I'm excited about the singles because like on certain songs, you don't like every song that you write, so like write a couple and then really sit down and be like, all right, what's the single gonna be? Like, all right, this one, like everyone agrees, we like this, like, all right, let's run this one, and it kind of gives you I don't know, more of an advantage.
Yeah, most definitely. Have any so you've already got some stuff written in the works. You got any more videos planned? Because that was
we kind of got like a rough outline for what is it, Then I, which we released a single for before we dropped the album, which is pretty funny, the concept for that. I ain't gonna spoil it though, but we've already talked about that. And then we started recording. We already got kind of a rough demo down for the next like 5 or 6 songs that we've already written. And now we're just gonna we're gonna get a couple collabs on them. And once we can get some people collab and like the finishing actual recorded product, think of some like, all right, what videos do we want to make, and then release them as singles like that. And then that way we'll also have like 6 months of like content material to release. Just flew, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta time it right.
Yeah, no doubt. I've noticed a lot of people get more play if they release videos, because the attention span is, I mean, because again, your TikTok and all these little videos you've released, whatever, gets people's attention. People have a short attention span, me included.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying y'all are taking. No, I'm just saying.
Me too. Yeah, like same. Yeah, I already know. But yeah, and that's one thing. If you notice, me and Det's project was really short. We try to not make the songs over 2 minutes, which kind of sounds insane, but who wants to sit there and listen to a long ass song by two dudes they've never heard of before? You know, like for real though, like let's make it a quick like 1 minute, 30 seconds, have like a hook, one verse, cool little beat, and you just kind of show them what you got. And if they vibe it, you know, we can work up the longer songs and stuff. But yeah, that's why our songs were so short for this project. Because no one got an attention span, especially for someone, you know, 200 ground artist that no one's really heard of.
Yeah, and it kind of depends on who it is for me, because I'm an old school thrasher. I like epic stuff. You know, Iron Maiden is now and always will be one of my absolute favorite bands, and they're known for oh, that's fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
I love you. You are fucking awesome. That is so cool.
Glad you like that one. A lot of people don't like that one.
Yeah, I need to get a whole lot more work done. Yeah, you got some fucking tattoos too, man. You got some fucking ink there.
Well, I cheated, dude, when I was younger. I was like 19, 20. I had this cousin, Tay. Tay got locked up for a little bit. He got out. He was like, yo, I know how to do tattoos. I was like, all right, bet. So we started tattooing the fuck out of each other, free as fuck, in grandmama's kitchen, saying, yeah.
My very first, I literally sat on the floor of my bedroom. It was my first apartment. I was actually renting a room from a couple that we kind of drifted. They've separated and don't really talk to either one of them anymore, but they were cool. And, but anyway, so I sat on the floor one day just out of boredom. I was like, I want a tattoo. So bottle of India ink and a needle.
Okay.
I didn't really finish it.
Nice.
But, for what it was, it came out pretty fucking good.
That's not bad at all.
And then most of mine are like, they're like jailhouse type materials and those type of tattoos. I've got some that need to get covered and or finished.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Aren't too bad. I've got let's see, there's a black rose there with a skull in it. If I move this around a little bit, I've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm getting ready to get a whole bunch of work done. I'm not gonna, but I'll let everybody see it when it's done. Maybe if my artist doesn't mind, we'll run a live or a little bit of live right from there while we're getting that shit done. But I got that one I drew up myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it just needs to be fixed, or maybe covered at this point and redone somewhere else. I don't know. But wicked intentions. What's going on, brother? Got a whole bunch of fucking people in here today. That's awesome.
My act is my buddy.
Yes.
Shout out Chest Hair. What up, Chest Hair? What up, Wicked Intentions?
Oh shit! So I don't know if you saw that post or not. A lot of people, I get so many likes on things anymore, and a lot of it's from people I don't even know. They must be just like searching out Juggalo shit or whatever. I got the same stuff comes up on my feed. I'm like, oh, I like that. That's a cool picture. That's a cool picture. That's cool. But what in the fuck are they doing there? But my son a year or so ago got me into Fortnite.
Okay.
And this season is all about aliens. The top, when you get to level 100, you get it's Rick Sanchez.
Okay. We do that. That's dope.
And cool, yeah. And one of the bonus pages, whatever, you get even higher than that is Toxic Rick, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's fun. I like that.
But I found my favorite
of all the Ricks.
I'm rolling through there, and one of the skins is Gugamon, and I'm like, what in the fuck is a Gugamon? And
Digimon.
You know the name. All right. So I looked it up finally. I was like, all right, that's kind of weird and cool. But I'm looking at him, and going, this alien rabbit's a fucking juggalo. I'm telling you. I'm rolling through. I'm looking him up. And I'm going, look. Oh, shit. And there's pictures of him sitting on a couch, all kinds of grumpy looking, a shitload of hatchets and axes on the wall behind him. And stuff like that. And I went, all right, bet. So I put
bet.
around with Photoshop and I made Juggamon. I put a shirt and I put a Hatchet Man on his shirt where I think it was a skull on that one was.
Yeah.
Gave him a bottle of cotton candy Faygo in his hand and
Hell yeah, that's lit. How long have you been doing the like, I don't know, I guess the editing and stuff, because you did like the promo videos and all that.
this time, see, I fell out of it for a long time because of, well, life, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it should be evident.
Years ago, like before my son was even born, I had gotten into it because I was taking some college classes and I needed stuff. I needed Adobe for this and that and the other thing. And I actually have, I'm going to say this too loud. I'll post it at some point. But I actually have a music video that I made that me and a couple of friends made. We were, there were three of us. We had to do a project for a multimedia applications class. Trying to been that fucking long ago. And we all went, okay, cool, we'll make a music video. So my babysitter just kind of filmed us with a camcorder in my garage. And we wrote the song and we just kind of performed it live there once. And the sound isn't great, but it was fun. And I did the video edit. You know, my the one that, you know, looks like you. He and I rolled out and I was driving and he had the camcorder and he's just recording footage of this and that while we're riding around. Just go, all right, we're going. Fuck it. Best way to do it, right?
Yeah, only way.
Yeah, and I just put it all together and and then I never really touched it again, you know? And then I got this and I started doing a little bit of promoting and I started doing a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And then I decided I wanted to get into it like this. And I said, all right, I just need to bite down and get Photoshop. So I got Photoshop again and I started messing with the animations there because you can do all that on Photoshop. And then I went, you know, there's more to this that I can do. So I had to get Premiere Pro again, and that's what I did that promo for, and I've done other things with it, and there's more things I've got cooking that, you know, I can't really say anything about yet.
I got you.
You know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I got some shit going on. And here we go. I got some shit going on. I'm hoping to have, you know, be able to say something about by the gathering. What are your plans? Are you going to the gathering this year?
Nah. I won't be at the gathering. Me and Dat trying to play it though. 1 year.
Just 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks. But it's all right. We'll definitely do some partying for you while we're there, brother.
Yeah, hold it down, dude.
I don't know.
Rage. It looks good. We was watching a Gmo ski video on it, like when he went or whatever, and that shit was fire.
Yeah, I actually rented the video. There's a documentary on, I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It was like $3 and I watched it and I was like, I want to go. I mean, no golf carts this year. They're talking about no motorized anything, which I'm sure, you know, has upset Shaggy greatly because he won't be able to go around and fuck shit up on a golf cart this year, but whatever.
Is that what he does? He just rolls around fucking shit up with golf carts?
That's what I've heard more than once, you know, bumper cars and rolling through campsites and I mean, Bradiful's been, what, like 10 times, I think she said?
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple of, well, no, there's been, this would be 21, so yeah, I guess. But in any case, she's missed a few, but she's been there for a lot of them. And she keeps telling me, you're going to have so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't wait. It's going to be like a 3-day long party.
Hell yeah. That's dope, man. When is it?
It's August 19th, 20th,
Oh,
20.
it's right around the corner.
Yeah, yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
coming close. It's coming close. I got August 5th. I'm going to get some ink done, and then,
Nice.
well, we've got a show, the Earworm Entertainment Garage Show. I think it's an annual thing they do. That's on August 7th in Rhode Island.
Okay, I bet.
So
Hell
we're
yeah.
at that, and
Where
then
y'all located at?
we're up in Vermont.
Oh, you're in Vermont. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're way far away from anything. We're up in the fucking corner of the armpit of the state. Or the country.
I've never been to Vermont.
Oh, it's beautiful. Don't get it wrong. I love it up here. You know, it gets kind of
Yeah.
cold in the wintertime, but
I bet.
it is what it is. And, you know, it's home, you know, families,
Yeah.
here, kids, friends, whatever. So definitely is what it is. You're from Virginia?
Yeah, so I'm from Virginia and spent the last almost 4 years in Denver. And then I went to Oregon for a couple months and then back to Denver, and then we ended up moving back down to Virginia again. So I'm actually in Ocean View, which is where I grew up in as like a little kid, which is kind of like surreal. It's kind of, it's crazy to be back here. But it's cool. I like it. It's close to the beach and stuff.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I miss the beach. There's no beaches in the Midwest.
No, there aren't.
Yeah.
I've lived in Missouri. See, I've kind of done the same thing. I've been to Missouri. I've actually moved to Missouri 1, 2, 3 times.
Uh-huh.
First time was not of my own volition. No,
Cool. Yeah.
no. But I was too young to make that decision at that point. And then I started making the decisions on my own, and it kind of went badly. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and I had good times too. I'm not going to say it was a horrible experience, but it just wasn't really the place for me, and I kept trying to make it that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Can't force it if it don't fit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, square peg, round hole. I
Yeah.
don't fit in a lot of places. I had to. Carolinas was the same thing. My parents live in North Carolina. I moved down there for a little while. I tried it. I didn't like the weather. No,
Yeah.
it's 100% humidity is not for this Yankee. I'm good.
Yeah, crazy. That was like surreal too, like moving back and like you kind of forget about it. Because there's in Colorado, there's like no humidity. It's not the same. 100 degrees here is way different than 100 degrees there. And it's like, yeah, you come back and it's like just so swampy and sticky, dude. It's so bad.
Yeah, get that fucking swamp ass going. And
Every day, dude. Story of my life. Living in the South now.
yeah, well, when I was in the Carolinas, I was working for an asphalt company. So you can imagine that went. I did good. I only had to actually step away from things and perch under a bush for a few minutes once.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Trucking it out till you can't no more.
Hmm?
Said just trucking it out till you can't no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Were born down there, lived there their whole lives. They're like, oh, you're a pussy. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Come up to Vermont, see how you work in the winter.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different thing, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that was one thing too. Like I've seen snow before, but when we actually moved to Denver, like yeah, the winters are cold. Like there's a lot of snow.
Holy
Yeah, you gotta move differently, you gotta drive differently, everything. It's weird.
Yeah, we don't get nearly as much snow here anymore as we used to. I mean, I remember being a kid and getting 4 or 5 feet in one shot.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. I'm not with the shits.
It was awesome because, I was a kid and I grew up around this, so I would make tunnels through the snow. And
Fuck yeah.
But, Mother Nature is so weird. I love telling this story. I got home from school one day and I lived up in you've heard more than once, you know, the old timers going, when I was your age, I had to walk uphill both ways barefoot to get to school. Well, not so much barefoot, but I did have to go uphill both ways. Huge hill in the middle of my run, and up a dirt road, no electricity. So lived about 2 miles out there. I get home from school one day and I can't find anybody. And rolling all the way through the house, go out the back door. There's a path shoveled through 5 feet of snow. And they shoveled out a good 15 by 15 square area. And they're sitting out there in fucking lawn chairs and bathing suits because it's that warm, but 5 feet of snow.
That's insane. That's wild. And at that point, you got to shovel it too, like you're saying, because it'll start to melt and just turn to ice. And then it's just hard as a rock.
Yeah.
You can't shovel it. Like, yeah, that used to trip me out too when the snow gets too hard to shovel. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, I guess I've got, I think I have posts on here actually from this last winter. We had a freak snowstorm. I couldn't get out. I couldn't go to work. My whole driveway was buried under like 3 feet of snow. My car was buried. All right, I don't think it was 3 feet. It was closer to 2 feet, but still, I couldn't get out. You know, I had 2 days later, I finally managed to get enough of my car brushed off to get in. Rolled down the window, stuck my head out, looking around, backed out onto the street, and went up the street a little ways because we have this little field at the other end of our block, and sat there and just shoved all the fucking snow off the car 2 feet worth.
That's crazy. Yeah, and I never seen no snow like that. Well, I don't know. When I was I've never seen it snow like that, but I used to go with my mom for a little bit. Lived in Boston and New Hampshire when I was a kid, and so I'd go visit her up there. And I remember like going on the side of the roads because we were driving. The roads were super clear. I don't know how y'all keep the roads so clear. It's phenomenal. But the side of the roads were stacked. You couldn't see the street signs. You know what I'm saying? Just from every day, I guess them pushing it off, and it just fucking turned into big ice towers. And that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, like I said, it doesn't happen like that so much here anymore. Weather patterns have shifted, whatever. But used to be, I remember that shit. You know, I remember as a kid having ice storms that would literally bend the trees double. You know, it's like you don't go out for a day because the weather's that bad. And then it clears up, blue sky, sun shining, go for a drive, and it's beautiful, destructive as hell, but beautiful. Half the trees are bent almost double under the weight of the ice, but the sun shining through all that ice and the blue sky behind it, it was amazing. I really wish I had this kind of technology then, because I would have so many pictures and videos of all that.
Facts. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's dope. Like I said, I've just always been a little beach boy, except for like the 4 years in Denver. Always stayed out here.
Yeah,
I lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia for a little bit when I was a kid. And that was kind of mountains, but not like, it wasn't northern, you know what I'm saying? Still in the south.
No. Yeah, I've been through Fredericksburg a couple of times. It's a certain route. I don't even remember exactly what it is, but one of those towns, cities, whatever we go through is Fredericksburg. On the way, it's like go around DC, because I did that my way down in North Carolina and never again. That was the worst trip ever.
Yeah, DC got some wild people.
Yeah,
drivers especially.
You know, I've lived all over the place, and DC traffic is fucking ridiculous. Take an hour to go a mile. I'm good.
It's a little mini New York, dude. It's in the way.
Yeah.
We go up there and like visit. I was in a band called Crown Vic and the Plague for a little bit. We used to go play up there because Crown was from up there. And yeah, dude, it was just so many people in such a small little city. It's insane.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, I've been, both my parents grew up on Long Island. So I kind of grew up in and around New York City and all that. And I remember being on the subway. I remember seeing Ringling Brothers Circus when I was a kid. Madison Square Garden and all that. And I've been since as an adult, been through there, and I'm good, man. You got people living on top of McDonald's and shit. The buildings are just absolutely retarded.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts.
Good place to visit. I think your buddy's trying to prompt some discussions. So, Dom, what's your favorite psychopathic artist? Since there's like 2 left. No, it's good. It's all ICP and all. Just psychopathic records is, there's nobody left on the label.
Yeah. It was, I don't know, I mean, was probably the late 90s. It's been around for as long as I can remember. The first booths I saw were we were at Lunatic Luau, which was like this local, they used to, I guess it was like heavy rock and new metal back in the day. It was like this big outdoor festival, a little all-day event. And so I'm there, I was watching fucking Shinedown.
Nice.
And like probably 11 years old. And there's this dude and his girl with them. They both got the ICP tees on. Next thing I know, she just squalla for Shinedown. I was right there. I was like, okay, we titty popping now. That's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always adds a little bit of flavor to a concert. I remember
it was fun.
Metallica at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. And when Metallica hit the stage, there was this one girl, I don't know, maybe 50 feet away from us, standing there on the stairs, dirty dancing to Metallica. I'm like, I think this is awesome, but yeah, exactly. But it is, that's awesome. That's part of. I don't judge shit like that. I guess it's part of what makes me a juggalo, because I took to this really, really quick, because I've always been that kind of person, always, like I said, I'm an old school thrasher, and back in the day, before ICP even existed, before juggalos existed, the thrashers were the juggalos. We were the outcasts. Yeah. We were the ones that, nobody wanted anything to do with. We were all the underground guys. Metallica wasn't well known. There was no such thing as mainstream metal.
Yeah. That's crazy to think about, because like me growing up, I was born in 92. So for me, with like the internet and everything, like that was I don't know, that was like what I had, just wildly available. I can't remember not having like metal or punk music or hip hop music, you know what I'm saying? It's always been there.
Yeah. Well, I grew up, didn't really latch on to anything that my mother listened to, because she was into Barry Manilow and Neil Diamond and.
Oh yeah.
And that is just not my thing. There's a couple of good songs that I still like if I hear them, and
yeah,
up my head a little bit, sing along, because I heard them so many times. But my father, he was the one that got me started on the path I ended up going down, because he listened to The Who, the Eagles, Meatloaf, things like that. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, he still has one of the original pressings of the original Black Sabbath album.
That's fucking dope.
On vinyl, yeah. I think it's probably sitting in a box in his attic. 70, so he doesn't exactly go to Sabbath concert. Not that Sabbath exists anymore, but
Yeah. Fucking The Who, they invented like rock stars break their equipment, the last song or whatever on stage. The Who invented that. Their record label forced them to get like what was it called, music or instrument insurance on all this shit. And they paid for it out of pocket. They're pissed. Like, what the fuck? Back in the day, you took really good care of your shit and you had it for life. It was built differently. So The Who was fucking irate that the record label made them do this. So on the tour, they said, fuck it, if it's insured, let's just break it. To start fucking up all this shit at the end of every show on the tour. At the end of the tour, the year, 2 years, whatever, when the insurance shit was up, the insurance contacted them and said they would never insure The Who again.
I don't blame.
Yeah, facts. But I don't know, I just always thought it was probably fucking stuck it to the man.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking their own shit.
I mean, that's that musical thing, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You get that spirit running around in you. Music takes control, and
Yeah.
it's weird because look at a lot of the stuff we listen to now, a lot of the stuff that exists now, and you go back and say the Who wasn't that bad. You know, they weren't anywhere near as heavy as anything out today.
Yeah, yeah, the Who's lit. It was just a different time. Every generation is gonna have their own little unique sound, little unique twist they put on it. You know, yeah, even like right now, you can tell them from the '90s by the way I rap and dress and all that. You know, even though it's 2021 and I'm releasing music, you can hear where I don't know. I like to think you can. Like just generations have a sound to them. The jazz era sounded like the jazz era, hip hop era sounded like the hip hop era, the metal era sounded like that. You could just kind of pinpoint it.
Yeah, well, it's definitely like that one video we made. You can definitely tell the influence because, my buddy Josh, he's, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years younger than me. And then our guitarist, Pat, he was about my age, I think, maybe a couple years younger. But you can definitely tell the difference in influence. And you can definitely tell I'm a child. Well, I was born in the 70s, but definitely a child of the 80s. When I started coming into my own, it was Poison and Motley Crue and Metallica, Iron Maiden, Twisted Sister, Quiet.
Yeah, it's like
I cried when Kevin DuBrow died.
Yeah,
And
that was my like when my mom was bumping. She's like into a lot of '80s rock. When I was younger, she used to take me like Billy Idol concerts and the Violent Femmes and shit.
I'd love to see Billy Idol. I didn't actually get to see anybody until it was 91. My first real concert was Slaughter.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now my parents were always really supportive of like music, and I started doing music or making music when I was 12, so they were always cool, and it'd always take me to wild ass shows, whether it was someone they wanted to go see or someone I wanted to go see. We'd roll out and go see them, so it was always cool.
Nice. Yeah, there's another thing, that whole generational thing, because you came from a generation where parents would do that. Not so much. I had to, at least not me in particular, but part of it was, my parents, not that there was anything like my father, he was working, he busted his ass. He still busts his ass to this day, and he's 70.
Yeah.
Hustling man right there. I never have anything bad to say about that.
Thanks.
He wasn't there a lot because of it, though. So, I was left to my own, and the other one, the incubator, didn't really want me around, honestly. For lack of a better way to put it. It was like I wasn't the little girl that she wanted so badly, so I got shoved to the side.
Yeah.
And therefore, no concerts, no nothing. But I think I made up for it. I went my own way and grew up, and now I've been to Ozfest 4 times. I've seen Black Sabbath twice, once with Judas Priest, once with Iron Maiden. I've met Ozzy. I've met Zakk Wylde. I've been to Mayhem several times. And the last concert we went to before all this went down, before COVID shut everything down, was ICP.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Where'd y'all see him at?
Yeah. We saw him over here. It was Northern Lights. It's Upstate Concert Hall now, Clifton Park, New York. And it was an awesome fucking show. Ouija Mac, Green Jello, and ICP.
Green Jello, they did the Three Little Piggies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the shit. My uncle, he put me onto a lot of music too. He was the youngest brother of my mom, so he wasn't that much older than me. When I was a kid, he was like 22, 23. And he gave me their CD when I was a kid. I started playing the drums when I was like 11 as well. And he gave me one of their CDs to like play along to, I guess. I don't know why he gave me the Green Jello CD. But yeah, I like the fucking Three Little Pigs song. That was the shit.
Yeah, that was. I remember when that video hit MTV. It was they played it so much. You know, it was that Dragula by Rob Zombie. Shit, I don't even remember. That was so long ago, and MTV doesn't play videos anymore.
Nah,
Which is about the dumbest thing.
that's crazy.
3 o'clock in the morning to see any music videos.
Yeah. It's just nuts.
Go figure.
Fucking nuts.
Holy shit, man.
Excited, what up, what up?
Oh yeah, he's been kind of quiet, just kind of sitting there watching. We're in and out. I know he's probably still hustling. It's only like 7 o'clock there, so it's a hustling man, in and out and in and out and all over the place. I couldn't even hope to keep up with him.
That's how you got to do it. Stay relevant. He's doing it right.
Yeah, you know, it's like we were talking about earlier. You know, you're always on there posting something. There's a lot of you guys are doing that. Some not so much, but a lot of you are all over the place. Like Pro Green's always posting shit. Six Side's always posting shit. SKS is always all over the place.
Gotta be.
There's more. Moving. If I forgot you, I'm so sorry. And all apologies. I can't remember. You know, because I see, and part of the problem with me is I work so much, I don't even get to post anything or look at anything half the time until I get home.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I miss lots of stuff, and then I have to go back. And I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. Oh yeah, of course we already know. Don Chaos. Is that the
what up?
Don Chaos? I can never tell, you know. I even had an impersonator. You know, I had some parasite make a copy of my profile one day, and the first thing the idiot did was start a conversation with my son and his stepfather. Like at the same time, and started messing around, saying some stupid shit. And then trying to ask them for money, and they're like, no. And they like immediately messaged me. He's like, I know this isn't you. You might need to take care of it. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great. I haven't had anybody do it since, but I've had several people, you know, I kept seeing things. Not so much now, but when I first got on here, there was a rash of it. It was all over the place. There was somebody impersonating ABK. There was somebody impersonating somebody else. I don't even remember who it was now that I was following then. I mean, my circle has gotten so much bigger since then. I got people that I'm talking to that I'm actually talking to all the time. It's not just like I'm looking at stuff and liking things and commenting. You know, I'm actually people.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah. That's what it's all about, just getting out there and meeting the right people. I forget who said it, but someone smarter than me said, you show me your friends in your inner circle, I'll show you your future. It's like you are who you surround yourself with. So, you know, if you keep building with a good group of people, you know, you're about to do something with it.
Yeah, most definitely. That's, you know, and I've gotten, since I started getting into this and doing the promoting and talking to you guys more, I have this, you know, I'm surprised and actually a little disappointed that I hadn't found the Juggalos a long time ago, because you guys are all fucking awesome. You know, it's the whole family thing. It's really just that. You know, there's a few out there who are haters and or people call them Juggahos or whatever, but for the most part, all of y'all, doesn't matter how new I am to this, y'all embraced me, welcomed me into the family, welcomed me into this whole life, because that's what it is. It's a different life, man. It's a different culture.
It is, yeah. It's a dope subculture. So that's one thing I always would credit ICP to. Like I don't know, I'm not like a huge ICP fan myself, but the way they marketed themselves in the underground before the internet and all this stuff, and how they have such a cult following of homies just willing to die for them. Like people love them, dog. And it's like that's such a cool thing to me to have the be an underground artist. They were never on any major like hip hop platforms like Eminem or anyone else of that era, and to still have that much of a following and a cult behind you. That's insane to me. It's just big time goals, and to be like on a 20 years ahead of like marketing. And like I was watching an interview with them on fucking, what was it, The Breakfast Club or something. It was I think 2018, 2019. They were talking about how they had an old school bus. They would just pack with merch and shit, and they'd roll out and just hit high school parking lots and just flyer bomb them and do like DIY setup shows on the bus, like in the parking lots of these high schools. Weren't even supposed to be there, and just kept doing it religiously. And all of a sudden, it's like boom! Now they got like this huge following, not just in this one city, but in this like a tri-state area. I don't know what the fuck to call it. You know what I'm saying? But like a section, and it's just wild. Yeah, to like really dedicate yourself in that 30 years now down the line to still have diehard fans and people that love you no matter what. Like, yeah, like their marketing game was genius.
Yeah, no doubt. I've heard a couple of different places from a few people and other interviews and stories, whatever, that one of their first albums, I think they would get it into the stores and then go into the stores, buy all the copies, and then sell them back to them again.
That's what I'm saying. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a number.
All of a sudden, you sold 1 million records by selling 1,000 records. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's crazy, ill smart.
I mean, it is what it is for sure. Sorry, reading one of the comments there. Phoenix says, taking leave on a Juggalo turn corner at the moment, but the underground is home. Oh, for real, for real. Yeah, whether you call it Juggalo or not, whether it's ICP or not, it's still, it's the underground at this point, and it's all about family. It's all about respect, and that's part of what this is about. No haters, because that's the one thing all of us have in common and have since the beginning is people hating on us just because we're who we are.
Facts, that. Big facts.
Yeah, fuck all that. This
what up, Gray Scoop?
Well, brother, they got a timer on this thing. I know they do. I've only tested those limits a couple of times.
Well, I feel you, man. Well, thanks for having me on here. Yeah, shout out everyone who tuned in tonight. It's lit, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting. No haters. Thank you for supporting. Radio Press Records, Camp Dead Gang, Down the Destroyer. Y'all the shit. That's why we do it. Check out Dream Schemes and Nightmares. You know what I'm saying? The video's out. Link in bio. Hey.
Yeah, go check it out, man. That shit's fire. Anybody who hasn't yet, go check out Dom and Dead or Mean.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good coming on. And thank you for being here, sir. It's absolutely amazing having you on the show. We'll definitely have to do it again. Follow up some other time.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Just let me know, man. I'm with it. I appreciate you for having me. This was lit. I had a great time with y'all hanging out.
Awesome. Yeah, likewise. Okay. All right, so thank you everybody for coming in. Oh, Zach showed up at just the wrong time. Sorry, brother. But we love you. Thank you for showing up, even if it's just for a minute. Love all y'all. Love all y'all. Love all y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have an awesome night. We will see you next time.
Yup.
Bye.